4 channel names later, 153 videos later, 58,000 channel views later, we did it. 200 subscribers. Seriously, I can't thank you all enough for this, so I wanted to give something back. So here is my little 200 subscriber special video. This video is just going to be a little look back at my trucks and stuff. Well, basically the evolution of the trucks I have been buying, tuning, driving from the first truck ever to the latest L.T.T transport and co truck. So yeah, I don't want to bore you here, so let's get into it. So, 2023, the first year, I will try to go in somewhat of an order. So let's start with this. What you all are seeing here is the truck that started it all, the Scania 4 Series 144 L530 V8. It's a twin tag. This was the first video I've ever posted on the channel doing ETS2 content. It's quite basic, this truck, not really much going on. Back in the day I was not that good at the game and didn't really tune my trucks that much. This was also back in the day when my channel was called Renault Twingo. Yeah, I'm not kidding. It was back when I didn't really have a goal or a path I wanted to take. I just uploaded for fun, and yeah, I just had a random name and a PFP that I will show on screen right now. Yeah, this was the first truck and I think it's quite nice, pretty simple. We got like chrome rims on it and mostly it's painted, so there is not much unpainted plastics and stuff. A little bit of added on lights here and there. Yeah, I think it was a clean little truck. I quite liked it. So during editing I noticed that I had forgotten a truck from here, and it's this one. So let's go through this truck real quick. So this was the first truck that I owned in that ETS2 series that I had on my channel back in the day. I bought this thing new. It had a 450 horsepower straight 6. Of course it's a 450S model. It's quite basic. When I took this picture I had just bought it recently, so yeah. It also had a open pipe, and to be honest I'm not really a fan of straight 6 open pipes anymore. I think they don't really sound that good anymore. Here is a clip of how it sounded. For some reason I thought that sounds fun or cool or something. I don't really anymore like it. But yeah, back to regularly scheduled programming. Next up I will show my most popular truck. And by popular I mean the truck that got me the most views on YouTube. And here it is. This Scania R, I think it was a 620, I don't remember anymore. Yeah, it was a rigid truck with equerry boxes and a trailer. Still quite basic, not really much going on. Got a few strands lights on the top bar and some Michelin men and a bull bar. Yeah, it was quite basic. If I go to my channel right now, go to videos and popular, here it is. I did a showcase video on it. It was quite basic, not really much going on, but yeah, it was a nice truck. I guess I don't really have much else to say. The significance of this truck is that it is like my most popular one. Then next up we have the first L.T.T transport truck. It was this Scania R650 V8, of course. It was the first ever truck to have L.T.T transport branding on it. This screenshot is really awful quality. Here you can see it better. There is the light box. Not really much going on. Got some nice wheels on it and painted fenders and bumpers and stuff. Gloss black grill bits and mirrors and stuff. Then next up, for each of the years I have picked my 3 favorite trucks, and these are not in any kind of order, these are just 3 that I liked the most. Here is the first one, a Scania 4 Series low roof 164. I think this was a 480 V8. This was really some of the earlier stuff when I had really started putting effort into tuning my trucks. I think, to be honest, even today, 3 years later, this looks like something I could almost make today. Got the light box on there, Michelin men, some strands lights, and got a nice paint job. Maybe a bit too bright, the yellow color, but honestly I don't think it's that bad. It holds up quite well. Here we have this truck. I think this never was a video that I released. I think I don't even have the video anymore. I did a delivery with this truck, but yeah, I think it never became a video for some reason. Throughout these screenshots you will see many of the trucks you might not recognize at all, because, well, a lot of the trucks I make and play around with, either I don't make a video at all or they don't get released at all. This also, in my opinion, holds up quite well nowadays. Yeah, I guess I don't really have much to say about this. I quite liked this truck. Then there is my third and final truck from 2023, this Scania Highline 164L 580. So rude of Samsung to start interrupting me with Galaxy Unpacked emails. Thank you so much. If I had to say, I think out of all the trucks of 2023, this was my favorite. I really like the color and the griffin on the side. Yeah, this truck I think never was a video either. Then moving on to 2024. Here is the second truck I owned in that series I made after the blue 450S. I think this was this a 500 I think 530 or 520, I don't know, something like that. Yeah, it was a twin tag. Got some strand light, a nice strand lights and a nice bull bar on it and a decent amount of lights. A bit basic because I think this was like right after I bought it and did some little tuning on it. That was the second truck in that series. Then here we have the third truck, and I think this has to be my favorite. This was a Scania, I think R650 maybe. I don't remember anymore. Yeah, low roof model, and it had a custom skin on it. I really liked the skin. Otherwise quite basic still. Got some hella lights at the bottom, got some orange or amber DRLs, got some strands lights again. I really like this truck. I think it has to be like, I think my second favorite from this series. And let's move on to my favorite. I think this has to be my favorite. The fourth truck I owned in that ETS2 gameplay series. This truck was very nice, and on the topic of, well, I'm going to sidetrack a little bit from this video now. On the topic of ETS2 gameplay series, I plan on starting a completely new one soon. I just recently got a new wheel, and I think I will be making a video on that later, probably after I get used to it and really put some time on it. But yeah, let's see what that new ETS2 series will get us to. Yeah, this was the final truck I really bought for myself and drove in that series. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention, this is one of my favorites of 2024. Let's look at the two others. Here has to be my probably second favorite of 2024. I really liked what was this DLC called? It was a DLC where you could get this livery. It was a paint job like DLC pack. I think it's really nice. I got the chrome wheels again and some hella lights at the bottom. A nice custom license plate. Got the strands up top here and the light box, of course. Yeah. Oh gosh, private emails. I think this truck also didn't become a video, but I do really plan on start making those drive a specific truck from A to B type of videos that I made early on. I do think I want to start making those kinds of videos again, but more improved overall. Maybe you will see this truck at some point, I don't know. Here is the third favorite. I think this truck also didn't become a video. I think this truck also, it looks quite a lot like something I would make like nowadays in ETS2. I really like the kind of old school green and cream color and the black at the bottom. I really like this truck too. Then moving on to 2025, I will show this truck first. Here is the first L.T.T Transport and Co truck. The light sign at the front still says L.T.T Transport, but it was the time when I had rebranded to L.T.T Transport and Co. Yeah, I think I really like this I also made a showcase video on this truck, so if you want to go check it out a bit closer, there is a video on my channel. Well, I think I really liked the combination of dark blue and the white lights at the front. I think this truck looks really good at night. But yeah, this was the first L.T.T Transport and Co truck, and I also made this custom skin for it. Yeah, moving on. Oh, and also I forgot to mention again, this is one of the favorite trucks of 2025. Now there is something that I think I didn't... now there is something here that I didn't show in YouTube at all, for some reason. I don't remember. Yeah, I had a alternative VTC at some point. Here is the name. I don't really know why I made this other VTC. Aside from this, the truck is really nice and looks like something I could still make nowadays. Got a low front splitter, got white painted wheels and red like hubs. Got a Holland style look going on with the stripes and stuff. I really think this truck was one of the cleanest ones I have made. Usually I do like my lights, but this one is quite controlled. It is not a absolute Christmas tree. Yeah, moving on to another truck under this VTC, same trailer, let's ignore that. This one has a bit more lights, and it was I think, what was it? It was a Super Scania. I don't remember the engine anymore. But I really liked this truck too. Quite modern and looks like, well, I'm gonna sound like a broken record, but looks like something I would make still nowadays. I guess that's it for that truck. Here is, well, another alternative VTC truck. This one I also really like. I don't know, I sometimes like to make like really small trucks. Like it feels kind of refreshing not constantly driving a huge HTC. This was a short little truck. It has the Busbug boxes. I don't know if I even pronounced that right, but yeah, it has a middle axle trailer. I really like this rigid. It was also very nice to maneuver around and stuff. Then the final truck of 2025. I did make a single video with this. It was when Nordic Horizons released. I did some trucking in this truck. Yeah, this is starting to be quite modern L.T.T style. Got a lot of lights as usual. I think this truck is quite nice. It looks a bit aggressive, and I really like the all black, or well, mostly black with the chrome rims and the steel boxes running along the side. This is a really nice truck, and I would definitely drive this still, even though it's now driven by an employee nowadays. Then moving on to the final year 2026. This might look quite simple and empty, and there is a reason. Well, we're a little over halfway through 2026, and I really don't have a favorite truck of the year yet, so I will just take these trucks and explain stuff about them, and so far not a single one of these has been in a video. So this was when I really started to get into skinning more. I did a custom paint job on this VAC HTC trailer configuration. Did I just say HTC? I meant HCT. Gosh, I'm bad at English. So yeah, the truck is otherwise quite basic. Got the slightly refreshed L.T.T Transport and Go light box, and got a decent amount of lights. I really like this truck too, and also got a little detail down here. Got the L.T.T and Co logos subtly placed there, and I made a few variations. Here is another one. Yeah, and also this one. And then, well, these three trucks were when I was like kind of finding my style and experimenting with skinning, and here is something a bit more, I guess you could say, permanent. I was really struggling to find out how I want my trucks to stand out and how I want my skins to look on my trucks, and I got the idea to take my company name, tilt it about 40 to 50 degrees and slap it on the side of a truck. As simple as that. I think I'm quite happy with this style. Also, this camera angle is not really doing justice with this. These parts of the name are kind of, it looks a bit better when you look at it more from the side. Got also the L.T.T Transport and Go slogan in a subtle text up here, and that's pretty much it. And got also a decent amount of lights at the roof over there, and the light box and the strands, of course. Got some Michelin men, got some nice marker lights at the bottom, chrome wheels, of course, nice bull bar. This is, I think I really should make a video with this truck, driving it or doing a showcase or something. Moving on, this I cannot say completely surely yet, but this might be one of my favorites of 2026. I posted a little work in progress teaser to my Instagram about this truck, and yeah, this is the final version, the complete truck. Got some custom skinning going on. Also continued the tilted company name aesthetic to the boxes and the trailer. Also got a kind of a intentionally bad slogan or quote, what you wanna call it. I think a quote. I think this truck is quite nice. I really like it. Could maybe use a bit more lights on the trailer and the box, because the cab is quite loaded with lights, but I don't have the modding skills or mods to be able to add, like example, lights down here or up here and stuff. So yeah, moving on to the final truck of today, the most recent L.T.T Transport and Go truck, and I think the first Volvo that I have here. I don't really do many Volvos, but this was kind of a exception. Got the custom light box here, got some lights. Up here got a FRC box and trailer with the Holstein's coolers on the trailer and box. Got these trans lights again, the Michelin Men, a deep visor, and got some small lights here and lights at the bottom here. Got some subtle branding going on the cab. Got the company name and slogan there and L.T.T code there, and then there is the main show of the truck. Really big company name tilted to 50 degrees. Then also got a little quote here, semi serious logistics. Yeah, I know that's a bad joke. That's gosh. Got a really bad joke there. Yeah, same thing on the trailer, the quote here, and the oversized company name, and yeah, otherwise quite nice. It's a 540. I really like this truck. So that was pretty much it. Let me know which trucks from these past years are your favorites. Personally, well, of course the newest trucks are my favorites. Let me know what are your favorites, and I guess I can throw in a little comparison. Here is 3 years ago and here is today. Quite the difference. I think my trucks have come a quite long way. So here it was pretty much. This was a little like walkthrough of the years of L.T.T transport and their trucks. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and if you have any questions, anything you want to say, any opinions, put it in the comments and I will be reading and answering them as best as I can. And as always, goodbye and have a great day.